is everybody doing today? Welcome back here today to another episode of the Just Ballin' Podcast. Today we are doing maybe the final or one of the last Sporcle quiz videos here of the 2025 offseason, just kind of YouTube exclusives that I've been doing for you guys over the last few weeks. I haven't done one in a little bit. We are getting so close to the NBA season. The teams that are playing currently in like Abu Dhabi for the preseason or just overseas are starting their media day. Like the Nets started their media day, the Pelicans, the New York Knicks. So we are right here in a few days. We're going to have every team starting it up before October 1st next Wednesday. We still don't know what team Jonathan Kuminga is going to be on next year. We just recently saw Fred VanVleet tear his ACL. I'm going to have a more traditional podcast out for you guys tomorrow, just talking about random things around the NBA. I definitely want to have at least 2 more out for you guys this week. Sorry for just being a little bit behind here on the schedule. We're getting kind of like full swing into like the NFL season. I've been dropping a lot of NFL content on my NFL channel, still doing like my normal content over on my Sauce channel and just like the 2K content, the Madden content as well. But I'm really excited to be bringing you guys, hopefully like with this season starting, we're going to have like a ton of guests on the pod and it's going to be kind of more traditional throughout this. But finally, for the maybe last quiz. All right. So yeah, this quiz is really random. I don't know. I just try to find a random NBA quiz. It's top teammates of the 2003 NBA draft. So essentially I have every single lottery pick from the 2003 NBA draft. Now you know the order, right? Like after these Hall of Famers in Darko, it's Kaman, Heinrich, Ford, Sweetney, Hayes, Jarvis Hayes, could not tell you anything about him, Michael Pietrus, Nick Collison, Marcus Banks, Luke Ridnour, TJ Ford, the Texas legend. And I gotta say who played for, or the amount of games for the top 5 here that they overlapped, right? So LeBron's most common teammate played 641 games with him. But Darko, 154 is number 1. Sweetney, 120. It's going to get really rough over here. I'm scared this is going to be a really bad grade. And if I do any more quizzes, I'll link them down below. Obviously, I'll be down there right now if you wanted to check it out and let me know if you do better than me or not. So we'll start with LeBron. I wonder if we'll get actually some LeBron, Wade, maybe Bosh overlap. So if I typed in Wade, okay, he's number 4 for LeBron, number 2 for Bosh. If I type in Bosh, he's number 3 for Dwayne Wade, but doesn't crack LeBron's. And if I type in LeBron, he's number 5 for Dwayne Wade, number 3 for LeBron, or number 3 for Bosh. Okay. For LeBron here, does James Jones crack it? Okay, he's not number 1. Does Zydrunas, Big Z, how do I spell his last name? Yeah, bear with me. As my idiot self accidentally closed out of the tab that I searched his last name and I closed out of the quiz tab. So that is annoying. There we go. So he's number 1. Who else would crack LeBron? Like Anthony Davis doesn't crack it? No, but I get Ricky Davis here for the Memphis Grizzlies. AD, what? He got acquired in the 2019 offseason. So 20, 21, 2, 3. I don't know. I'm surprised he doesn't crack that, but I guess there was a lot of injuries, so maybe that's why as well. And in 641 games is like, what, 8 or plus seasons with Zydrunas Ilgauskas? So, yeah, basically LeBron drafted in 2003. He leaves in 2010, so a decent amount of chunk there. He might have played for Miami. I just kind of forget his career path as well. I think they might have multiple stints, but is Anderson Varejao here? Varejao. There we go. We get Anderson Varejao. Perfect. Does like Larry Hughes, did he play enough? No. Daniel Gibson? No. Delonte West? No. Mike Miller? No. Okay. Who played 358 games with LeBron? That's a tough one. 358, like Kyrie? No. Is it it's gotta be a Cav, right? I mean, I guess it could be a Laker, but I don't think there's enough Lakers, especially from like the 2019. Like Kuzma played not nearly enough to crack that. Yeah, like there's been so much turnover for the Lakers. Darko, like, please tell me it's like the 2005 Pistons. So no Wallace, no Rasheed, no Ben. Tayshaun, nope. Rip Hamilton, nope. Let's try. Who's the last guy? Billups. This also Billups. Okay, let's go off LeBron. Let's go off Darko. He had one other stint. Was it Memphis that I'm remembering it? No. He had one other stint. He might have been on Memphis. Like, if I type in Gasol's, no. I didn't know, like, Marcus Banks either. Randolph, no. Okay, let's go to Melo. 535, like, it's not Amari Stoudemire. It's, like, Marcus Camby. Okay, he's 362 from the Denver days. J.R. Smith, yep, because he had some Knicks overlap. And the Nuggets. I guess my timelines are so off. Iverson, no. Who else played? Tim Hardaway? I feel like no. Okay. Porzingis, probably not enough years. Because Porzingis got injured and stuff like that. Bosch, is Calderon there for Bosch? Bargnani? No. No. Okay. TJ Ford, okay, also played in Toronto. So, like, I probably should just type in, like, these guys' names as well. Did anybody, like, overlap here? Kirk Heinrich overlapped with Mike Sweeney. There we go. Kaman overlap? Okay. Elton Brand. Okay. That's the one, like, 2000s Clipper I can remember. Kaman's, oh, man, is so tough. Is LeBron, or Kevin Love is here, but for Minnesota. That's who I want to type in for LeBron. Okay, so now I know Darko ended up in Minnesota with Kevin Love. Melo, I should get, I feel like. Nene, there we go. He's there. 409 games. I gotta think of just like bigs. Kenny Martin, maybe? Okay, there we go. 287. Jeez, that could be anybody. I assume it's gotta be a Nugget. I mean, it could be a Knick, but the Knicks just didn't have a lot of overlap. Like, it's like your kid, J.R. Smith, like Iman Shumpert. No way. They maybe played like 2 years together, if any. Chris Bosh, 391. Like, who did Chris Bosh? Udonis Haslam? Yes, 297 and 834 for Wade. Duh. Wade, like, is there like a Shane Battier, a Mike Miller, a Mario Chalmers? Chalmers. Bang, there we go. And he's, okay, number 5 for LeBron. Number 1 for Chris Bosh. Wow. And then number 2 for Wade is like Norris Cole, Joel Anthony. Bang, there we go. Does Birdman cross anything? No. Okay. I think like the 2000s Bulls I should be able to get. Well, dang. For Kirk Heinrich. Bang. And he was on, Mike Sweeney was on the Bulls as well. What about like, Ben Gordon? Yep, there we go. Number 3 there for Mike Sweeney. What about Joakim Noah? Bang, there we go as well. Like, I don't think Rose or definitely not Jim. Nah, I'll type in Jimmy now. Boozer? No. Definitely didn't overlap. What about like Nocioni? Bang, there we go. Andres Nocioni. And then the last guy, it's like Aaron. No, what am I doing? He played like less than 5 years. TJ Ford, though, like Milwaukee, Michael Redd, Glenn Robinson. No, Brandon Jennings. No, man, like, I guess most of his time comes in Toronto. I'm surprised like Bargnani does not come up for any of those days. Like, there's no Vince Carter. No, like pre-2003, Matt. Okay, Nick Collison I should be able to get. What about Russ? Because he was obviously played so long in Seattle and OKC. KD, Big Perk, bang. Harden, no. Cephalosha, no. Who was just like a mainstay on those teams? Ibaka, and then 414 Derek Fisher, no. Ray Allen, no. But I get Ray Allen for Luke Ridnour, okay. Like 2000s, Al Jefferson, no. No. That was stupid. He had the KG trade, not the Allen trade. Jeff Green was the Allen trade. No Jeff Green. Michael Pietras, like, do I get for Washington or Golden State here? Gilbert Arenas? Okay, for Washington, for Jarvis Hayes. What about Jason Richardson? Bang. All right. Antoine Jameson. There we go. Like a Darius Miles for anybody here. Now I'm at 38. Like, the fact that I'm not going to get a single Darko, I feel like did no, it's not for Darko, but like if I tried to list off like David West, no George Hill, right? What about like Danny Granger? Okay, yeah, TJ Ford. I feel like he was a big Central guy. I don't know. That was just I was like, I'm also remembering like Darko didn't play on the Pacers, but I'm just like some of that, like those names I gotta just start thinking of like from that era could all be here. 287. Like, who was on those Clippers teams? Like Corey Maggette? Yes, there we go. I don't think Jamal McGlure was there. No. Mashburn, maybe? No. Corey Maggette. That makes me think of Ben Gordon. That also makes me think of I was like McGlure and those guys as well. So I got Granger for TJ Ford. I like that one. I mean, Ricky Davis, I can't even tell you like those Memphis teams, man. If that even is like Sharif Abdur Rahim. No. Like, do I get a Tony Allen? No. Do I get a Conley? No, because he got drafted in what, 06, 07? I think 07. Uh, like if I typed in Michael Pietrus, does he come up for anybody? No, he does not. Hayes, no. Like a Chuck Hayes, like he was around that time as well. Dwight Howard, maybe for somebody. Oh, okay, so Darko ended up in, I'm gonna assume Orlando. So if I type in Rashard Lewis, no, but I get Lewis for Seattle. Duh, that makes a lot of sense. Did Luke Ridnour? Oh, and Collison should cross over. Duh. Now Collison's number 1 for Ridnour, but not 4 for Collison. 414 is a lot, so I should try to think of like who was on those OKC teams. Like it could be Cephalosha. Is it Roberson? Maybe no. Any of the bigs like Steven Adams? No, that one felt good. Ennis Canner for Melo. I think he actually headlined. Yeah, it was Ennis Canner for Melo in the OKC trade. I don't know how much longer I want to stick on this one. Like 7 minutes. Like Dwight Howard, Hito Turkoglu. No, Jameer Nelson. Like, give me like a Chris Duhon. Okay, for Kirk Heinrich and Mike Sweetney. So the Knicks, some of those guys do cross over. Like Marbury. No. I could name these for days. Jamal Crawford crossover with anybody? Okay, he played for a lot of teams. What about like Eddie Curry, Jerome James? I just recently made a video on like some terrible free agency contracts. Houston was there. Sprewell, no. But I got Duhon, Nate Robinson, no. Malik Rose, no. David Lee, no. Steve Francis. There's so many bad Knicks teams. Mutombo for anybody? No. All right. Damn, those Memphis, I have no clue. 223 on Golden State. Like, is there like a Baron? No, there's no Davis. I already typed in Ricky Davis. Any of those bigs? What's his name? I just remember him from my Seattle Supersonics franchise back in the day. No, I'm not getting there. All right. I might be cooked. This was just a random quiz that I wanted to try. Let me give up. So yes, Rudy Gay would have worked. Hakeem Ward, Carlos Arroyo, Linus Cleese I was never getting. Quentin Ross wasn't getting. Sam Cassell and Katino Mobley, do remember them as Clippers. See, I should have named Roy Hibbert. Was not getting Neshrovich or Brandon Rush for TJ Ford. Oh, Cephalosha was there. I just spelled him wrong. So you have Matt Barnes, Andres Biedrins, Marcin Gortat, Donald Foyle for Pietrus. I should have typed in Jared Jeffries there, but Kurt Thomas is the Nick. Brendan Hayward, Ethan Thomas. You have Damian Wilkins and Johan Petro. Paul Pierce, Mark Blount, Jerry Welsh, and Walter McCarty. Yep, this was like one of the more random quizzes that I could have done. The best name that I got was Chris Duhon and Andres Nocioni. The worst name that I could not think of was Cephalosha, which makes a lot of sense. So the average score was 36%. I got a 64. I'll take it. So yeah, you can actually do these, or somebody made these for a couple. All right, we'll do 2010, which should be a little bit more common with, yeah, like John Wall, Turner, Favors, all these guys here from the 2010 lottery. Let's do this one. This one should be fun. So Wall, Beal's got to be there. Otto Porter's got to be there. Marcin Gortat's got to be there. And then you're just trying to think like role players on those teams. Like Jordan Crawford? No, but I get Jamal Crawford for Cole Aldrich. 84 games. And Jamal for Wesley Johnson. Like, I don't even know what teams they crossed over because I don't remember Jamal Crawford on the Timberwolves. Derek Favors. So he got traded to Utah like rookie year. So he probably crossed over with Gordon Hayward a bunch. Did he cross over with like Donovan Mitchell? No, but I get Donovan Mitchell for Epe Udo. Yeah, okay. I was never getting that. So the late 20, like Memento Core? No, 2010, Matt. This isn't like that far back. Gordon Hayward. Who else was on those teams? Like Kirilenko, I feel like was just before. Let me do Evan Turner. Oh my god, but like this could be Boston Evan Turner. This could be like Damian Lillard Evan Turner. Yep. McCollum maybe. Yep, there we go. McCollum and Dame for Farouk Aminu. McCollum and Dame for Ed Davis. Like, could Nikola Vucevic be there for Farouk Aminu? No, because I know he played in Orlando. Didn't he play in Dallas? But like, does it crossover with Derek? No. DeMarcus Cousins. I mean, I'll just name all like those busts. Nick Stauskas. Okay, no. Macklemore. No. Carl Landry. No. JJ Hickson. No. he never crossed over with De'Aaron Fox. I don't think like Anthony Davis is there. But 340, like who was a mainstay in Sacramento? Oh, Tyreek Evans. What? Oh, wow. They didn't play 180 games together. So Gordon Hayward played 410 games with somebody in Utah. He gets drafted in 2010. Darren Williams gets traded that year. Oh, I could probably type in, yeah, duh. It's Derek Favors. Gordon Hayward spent a decent amount of time in Charlotte. Like, is there a Bridges? Is there a Rozier? Is there a LaMelo Ball? No. Paul George. Let me get like the Granger out of the way. Okay. Let me get the Hill out of the way. Let me get the West. Let me get the Hibbert. Let me get, I guess, Brandon Rush maybe. I mean, 286 games. Kawhi. No, but I don't know when this is updated. I think I might say at the bottom. 2025. Okay, so I guess Kawhi doesn't. I mean, so many of them were hurt. Greg Monroe on Detroit, like Brandon Jennings. Well, who signed him? Milwaukee did, right? Like Sanders. No, was it Milwaukee that signed Greg Monroe? I thought so, but I think they could cut bait like after a year. Udo, does he like Curry, Draymond? No, I think I'm thinking of Festus Ezeli. Kevin Love for Wesley Johnson. No. Derek Favors, 444 games. Like Gobert? Yep, Gobert is there, and he's there for Gordon Hayward. Trey Burke, maybe? No. What about Alec Burks? Yep, there we go. Lottery pick by the Jazz. Like, there's Ennis Canner. Yep, there we go. And his Freedom is there as well. Who played 304 games with DeMarcus Cousins? Like, is this Jason Thompson? Yep, there we go. Wow. I did not think he was going to be number one. Evan Turner. It's so sad I don't even think I know it. I mean, is it like a Myers Leonard as well? No, because I feel like it's somebody that played in Philly, but also could have played. Like, let me think. Did Evan Turner play for anybody here? Yep. 209 games with Alfred Aminu. Let me type in Aminu. Yep, there we go. 2 for Xavier Henry. And 4 for Ed Davis, who spent time in Portland and Toronto. So, like, is DeRozan there? He is for Patrick Patterson. Is Harden there for him? No. Is Lowry there for anybody? Yep. I don't think he would have crossed over with Siakam. What about Terrence Ross? There we go. Number 4, Aaron Gray. I don't know why I keep thinking of him. What about Valanciunas? Yep, there we go. Number 2 for Patrick Patterson, and number 5. It would be cool to get all 5 for one of these random ones. Also, like Detroit in like early 2010s, Josh Smith. Nope. Jason Smith for those like New Orleans teams, like Ryan Anderson crossover. Like I might as well just type in Conley, Gasol. I mean, he was drafted by Memphis. I mean, Randolph, no. Allen, no. Like Beno Udrih crossover for anybody. No. Don't even think I'm typing that in right. Let's do, jeez, like Golden State. Monta Ellis. There we go. Yeah, Monte is number 1 for Epe. Udo. What about Bogut? No. Beadrins. We can use context clues. No. Greg Monroe. Can I not get one? Like Reggie Jackson? No. Who the hell was like on these Detroit teams in the early 2010s? Like Drummond, right? They played a decent amount together. 210. Detroit. Ben Gordon like there? No. Stuckey? Maybe. Yep, Stuckey is number 1 actually with Greg Monroe. I feel like there was just so many bad, like maybe Charlie Villanueva. I'm not even gonna spell that right. Evan Turner though, is that in like? I think Philly. Like it's not Carter Williams because he got sent out after years at like Drew Holiday. It is. Is it Lou Williams? No. Is it Andre Iguodala? No. Andrew Bynum. No, but I get Will Bynum for Detroit. That was such a dumb guess by me. Ricky Rubio for Rusty Johnson. Johnny Flynn. Jeez, I don't know these. Cole Aldrich. Chris Paul, maybe? No. What about like an Eric Gordon? What about an Eric Bledsoe? No. All right, I kind of want to give up, but now I'm just curious to see who these names are. Roy Hibbert, I typed in right. What about like Sheem the Beat? What about Pekovic in Minnesota for Wesley Johnson? No. Shabazz Muhammad. Nope. Any Sacramento like point guard? Darren Collison has to be. What? Rondo? No, it was like a year. Jeez. The Kings were just such a bad drafting team. I'm surprised it's not Tyreek Evans. What about Isaiah Thomas? Yep, number 4 for DeMarcus Cousins, and I get Lance Thomas for Xavier Henry. Cole Aldrich, I mean, like, I don't even know what team Jamal Crawford could have been on. Like, I'm guessing Hornets, but, like, maybe Omar Ashik? No, I didn't know if it'd be, like, the Pelicans. I mean, like that even like Solomon Hill. No. Evan Turner, like 285 games with. Could it be Tony Roden? No. Could it be Nerlens Noel? Could it be? It's not Embiid, like Okafor, but I don't even know. Like Evan Turner was out early. I don't even know who their big was. Like when they were the 8 seed, Salem Down Bear, maybe? No. I felt like a good guess. All right. I'm just so curious to see who some of these names are now. So I'm gonna give. I don't want to give up yet. Actually, hold on. Let me try to get like this Wesley Johnson, Jamal Crawford. Maybe he crossed over with Aldrich. Like, can I just type in Johnson? Like did Cole Aldrich cross over here? Patterson he got around the league. A Davis crossover. Paul George. Yep, Paul George crossed over with Patrick Patterson. I guess in. I don't even know. Indy? Like Patrick Patterson wasn't in Indy, was he? Was it in OKC? I don't know, honestly, off the top of my head. Paul George, though. Let me get these ones, right? Let me get Paul George. Was it Jeff Teague? I'm surprised it's not Kawhi. Is it like a Nick Batum? No. Like, there's not that many guys that have been there since day one in the Clippers with him and Kawhi, if we're being honest. I'm surprised Kawhi is not there, though. So it's got to be Indy. It's not Granger. Any, like, late picks they have? I mean, he spent what? He got traded in 2017. It's not anybody in OKC. I mean, it could be somebody with the Clippers. Like, Batum just feels like he's been there a minute. Like, who are these bigs before Zubats in Los Angeles? Because they didn't get Zubats. Well, they got Zubats in what? The 2019 season for Magic Johnson and Mike Muscala. I might be chalked, actually. I'm going to give up. Screw it. So Thad Young, that's the big, and Spencer Hawes, duh. Okay, Wesley Johnson, I could have knocked out some Clippers. Joe Ingles, duh. Jonas Jerebko, Kyle Singler, Ersan Ilyasova, Omri Caspi. Oh, it is Zubats. I could have just typed him in. Cole Aldrich. Yeah, I guess it's from those horrible Knicks teams. Wiggins and Cat, Grievous Vasquez, Chris Kaman, and Mo Harkless, Alan Crabb. These are random, but they're kind of fun. I mean, I got a 61%. The average score is 42%. Yeah, definitely makes you take a trip down memory lane. I should have got Joe Ingles. That was pretty bad. So yeah, I'll link both those in the description below. If you guys did enjoy it, appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Let me know if you took these or not, if you got a better score than me. Like I said, I'm going to have a normal pod out for you guys tomorrow. That may be the last quiz that we end up doing this off season. And I hope you guys enjoyed again. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.